everyone, my name is Desiree with theastrologyaddiction.com, and thank you so much for watching. Today's video will be a reading on Logan Paul, and he is a YouTuber. He's a famous YouTuber in the community, and he is someone who has been, controversial, and he puts out content very frequently. This is his main profession. He has a brother, Jake Paul, who is also pretty infamous in the YouTube space, and I actually received a request to do a reading for Logan. His birthday is on April 1st, 1995 at 3:10 in the morning, and he was born in Cleveland, Ohio. He has his sun and moon in Aries, so he's a new moon baby. His Jupiter is in Sagittarius, his Mars is in Leo, and his rising sign is Capricorn. He has Venus, Mercury, and Saturn all in Pisces, and his midheaven is in Scorpio. So taking his sun sign in Aries, his moon in Aries, he actually has a fire trine with those two planets, his Mars in Leo and then Jupiter in Sagittarius. People that have a fire trine, have a lot of energy and fire, are really here to make a stir. They're here to get people excited, to motivate people. They are very creative. They can even be sometimes like creative geniuses. He has a lot of physical energy built up and a lot of creative ideas, and he needs to express those. He needs to get that out into the world and show people what he is passionate about. And in general, Aries sun, moon, Aries people are very passionate, very go-getters, very ambitious, very strong. They're not scared of many things, especially early in life. They're fearless. They will try anything. They will do anything. They really like to be, leaders. They're ambitious. They want to be the leader of their gang, the leader of the show. They don't just want the attention for the recognition, they want the attention and the validation because they think they're the best. And a lot of times they are the best, at what they're doing and what they're putting their efforts towards. So they just want that recognition for the ambition and the hard work that they put out there. His Mars in Leo does certainly like the compliments, like the admiration, like the fame. Mars, Leos love to be admired. They are the kings of the zodiac. So if you have a placement in Leo, you're someone who loves attention, loves recognition, loves people fawning over you, loves romance, loves women. So, I could definitely see those all being things that are up his alley. And then his Jupiter in Sag, that just further amplifies all of that. It just really keeps the fire going. He's not someone who burns out quickly. He keeps going. He keeps thinking of new ideas. He keeps creating, and he keeps building that. Moon and Aries people can also be very lustful, and especially since it's a new moon, New moons in Aries, it's the springtime. It's time to make things happen. It's time to start new changes and start new routines. He's probably someone who's always thinking of new ideas and always getting people excited as well. Aries is all about encouraging people and making things happen, starting groups, starting projects. He's not very it doesn't last long term though, like one thing. If he was in a job that just took him every day, he had to go to work, had to come back, had to do the basic routine of what people do sometimes in life, like the corporate type of job, that would be something that he would definitely get very bored of. He is certainly someone who gets bored easily and loses interest very fastly. That's probably why he doesn't really keep the same girlfriend as well. He's lustful. He wants the new shiny thing, and that's in every aspect of his life. Now his Mercury in Pisces, I have this as well. This makes someone even more creative, more visionary. They also want to help other people a lot of times. Mercury in Pisces are people who want to, implement their vision. He may have even had, difficulty communicating on an early age or getting his feelings across, because Mercury's in Pisces are very emotional, they're very sensitive, but he has definitely had to build up that wall to protect himself. His Saturn is there as well in Pisces, so that even further kind of puts a pain there. Maybe he's not someone who is, easily can speak about his emotions. Maybe he's somebody who doesn't learn the conventional way, how other students maybe had learned when he was growing up. He could have been reprimanded, gotten in trouble by his father, his mother, or things like that, because of his lack of attention or paying attention to topics that he's not interested in. Saturn also in the third house definitely shows that he has a pained relationship with his siblings potentially, or his neighbors, his brother, his neighbors, especially in the third house. Saturn will bring a lot of challenges and difficulty there. So some of his most difficult challenges will come from his siblings. Some of his most painful hardships will come through those relationships with his siblings. But his Venus is also there as well. So that shows that some of the most positive things as well will come through those same areas. So it's a very, very painful place. It's a difficult place, but it's also his sweet spot. So the most important thing I think to him is family and his siblings and his brother, and those types of relationships are just really what he is loyal to, and Venus for him is the most positive planet in his chart. So he has probably had some of the most beautiful, sincere, sweet, caring, moments with his brothers and with his siblings. And then also Saturn being there, the most painful things that he's probably will go through in life or has come through that same area of life. And it will definitely be amplified when he has harder transits to that Saturn. Right now Neptune is there, so it is just causing a little bit of fogginess. Maybe he is lacking direction, lacking what he wants to do with his life next. Maybe the relationship with his brother is a little foggy. Maybe they aren't on the same page. They're probably not communicating very often. Neptune kind of puts a veil between things, so they could be ignoring each other right now and just having a bit of a break from one another, if you will. Now his midheaven is his career and his public image, and that is in Scorpio. So he will definitely cause people to feel emotions and feel things really deeply. Scorpio midheavens are people who, society either loves or they hate, and it's in a really visceral way. They will either really, really love and go hard and like die for the person, or they will despise them. So he definitely, probably struggles with that and struggles with people feeling, those negative things towards him. It's ruled by his Mars in Leo though, and his Mars is actually pretty well placed in Leo, so he is definitely probably more admired for his creativity and his hard work and what he has built. But at the same time, when he has those difficult transits to that Mars is probably when he will have more backlash from the public and in the public eye. Venus and Uranus are also currently going through his 5th house, so right now could be a time that he maybe meets some partners, some romantic partners. He probably has a lot of activity in that area, but it's not anything that's stable. It's more just fleeting. So he may be having multiple relationship partners romantically that he is learning a lot from and growing from and having a lot of fun with, but nothing that he really wants to stay with or that he wants to nurture long term. Mars and Saturn and Pluto and Jupiter are all going through his 1st house in Capricorn, where his rising sign is, and this will definitely say he's probably going through some self-identity changes, reevaluating who he is and why he does things the way he does. Probably some pretty shocking things are coming to light for him. Maybe even some physical challenges. He could be having some health dilemmas coming up, or mental health problems. Just even with his self-identity, he is definitely going through a transformation with that. His ascendant in his horoscope is actually conjunct to Uranus as well, so he's someone who is not able to stay the same for very long. He wants to change up his identity. He wants people to see him in a new light. He wants to reinvent himself. He's innovative, and all of those things. So he is certainly dealing with that right now very heavily, and trying to maybe reinvent himself, get that creativity going again. I could see now being a time where he is a little bit just stuck and kind of stumped, and maybe not feeling as creative as he has in the past, or not knowing how to express it in a way that's going to be healthy for him. So he certainly is dealing with a lot of challenges at the moment. So this is my small mini reading on Logan Paul. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and please let me know if you have any questions or feedback in the comments. Please also like and subscribe to this video, and if you want to see when I post new videos, please hit the bell notification so you'll be notified. If you're interested in booking a reading with me, my link is in the description box as well. Thank you guys so much. Have a good day. Bye.